योग शिक्षण प्रसारक मंडळ चापोली, संजीवनी महाविद्यालय चापोली, ॲफिलेटेड बाय स्वामी रामातीर्थ मराठवाडा युनिव्हर्सिटी नांदेड. गुड मॉर्निंग all the student of class BSc SY, subject zoology, paper number 8, name of the paper cell biology and genetics, unit number 1st, overview. First topic, overview of cells. Name of the topics, structure of prokaryotic cells. Presented by myself, Dr. Thorat Mandakini Manohar, Assistant Professor and HOD of Zoology Department. Dear student, in the last period, we see the classification of in this semester. They are include the two paper. Thus today we learn about this paper like the cell biology and genetics. In this first topic, prokaryotic cells. So yes, in this chapter we learn about is a cell and further explain about the prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Generally, the cell was first seen by Robert Hooke in 1665 using a primitive compound microscope. He observed very thin slices of cork and saw multitude of teeny structure, and he resembled to walled compartments of the monk. Hence named the cells. That is the first Robert Hooke scientist observed these cells. Hooke's description of these cells was published in Micrographia. The cell is the smallest unit of a living system and fall in the microscopic range of 1 to 100 pm micron meter. They attain the various shape and size to attain the variety of functions. The understanding of the cell is necessary to understand the structure and function of living organism. One of the most important characteristics of cell is ability to divide. The existence of a cell indicates that it has evolved from an already existing cells, and further it can give rise to a new cell. This was first stated by the Theodor Sitchwan. Pioneering work by the Theodor Sitchwan, Matthias Jacob Sahedian was cells gave the birth to the cell theory. This theory states all the living things are made up of cells. Cells are the basic building units of life. New cells were created by the old cells dividing into the cells. So generally, this history about the cell or the birth of the cell theory. That is, they say the cells, all the living things are made up of cells. Cells are the basic unit. New cells are created by the old cells. In 1855, Rudolf Virchow added another point to the theory and concluded that all cells come from the pre-existing cells, thus completing the classical cell theory. The cell theory hold true all living things, no matter how big or small, or how simple or complex. Viruses are the exception to the cell theory. Cells are common to all the living beings and provide the information about all forms of life, because all cells come from existing cells. Scientists can study the cells to learn about growth, reproduction, and all other functions that living things perform. By learning about the cells, how they function, we can learn about all types of the living things. There's generally first is the classification of cells. All the living organism, bacteria, blue-green algae, plant and animals have the cellular organization and may contain one or many cells. The organism with only one cell in their body are called the unicellular organism. For example, bacteria, blue-green algae, some algae, protozoa, etc. The organism having the many cells in their body may they called multicellular organism. For example, fungi, most plant and animals. Any living organism may contain only one type of cell, either a prokaryotic cells, a eukaryotic cell. First is the prokaryotic cells and second is the eukaryotic cells. The term prokaryotics and eukaryotics was suggested by Hans Rees in 1960s. This classification is based on their complexity. Further, based on the kingdom into which they may fall, that is the plant or the animal kingdom. That is the plant and animal cells bear the many differences. These will be studied in the detail in upcoming section. So yes, first we study about prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotics means before the nucleus in the Greek. Before nucleus in Greek. They include all cells which lack nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. Mycoplasma, virus, bacteria and cyanobacteria or the blue-green algae are the prokaryotes. Generally, prokaryotes means absence of nucleus, lack of nucleus. For example, mycoplasma, virus, bacteria, cyanobacteria or blue-green algae are the prokaryotes. Most prokaryotes range between 1 micron meter to 10 micron meter, but they can vary in size from 0.2 micron to 750 micron meter. That is Thiomargartia nambiensis. They belong to the two taxonomic domains which are the bacteria and the archaea. Most of prokaryotes are the unicellular, exception being mycobacteria, myxobacteria, which have multicellular stage in their life cycle. They are the membrane-bound, mostly unicellular organism lacking any internal membrane-bound organelles. A typical prokaryotic cell is systematically illustrated in the figure first. Though prokaryotics lack the cell organelles, but they harbor few internal structure such as the cytoskeleton, ribosome, which translate mRNA to the protein. Membranous organelles are known in some groups of prokaryotes such as vacuoles or the membrane system devoted to the special metabolic properties. For example, photosynthesis or the chemiolithotrophy. In addition, some species also contain the protein enclosed microcompartment which have distinct physiological roles carboxysomes or the gas vacuoles. These are the prokaryotes. In this figure, we see the detailed structure of or systematic diagram of prokaryotic cells. In this see we details that is the capsule, cell wall, included by plasma membrane, cytoplasm, ribosome, plasmids, pili, bacterial flagellum, nucleoid, that is the circular DNA. Generally in this also the figure we detail see one by one the individual structure depicted in the figure 1 are as follows, and details will be discussed in forthcoming chapter. First is the flagella. Flagella, it is a long whip-like protrusion found in most prokaryotes that aids in the cellular locomotion. Besides its main function of locomotion, it also often functions as sensory organelles, being sensitive to the chemicals and temperature outside the cells. Second structure is the capsule. The capsule is found in some bacterial cells. This additional outer covering protects the cells when it is engulfed by phagocytes and by viruses, assists in retaining the moisture and helps the cell adheres to surface and nutrients. The capsule is found most commonly among the gram-negative bacteria, that is for example Escherichia coli, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenzae, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Salmonella are some examples. Gram-negative bacteria possessing the capsule, whereas the examples of gram-positive bacteria are the Bacillus megaterium, Streptococcus pneumoniae and Streptococcus pyogenes. That is the capsule. Then next structure is the cell wall. Cell wall is the outermost layer of most cell that protect the bacterial cells and gives it shape. One exception in the mycoplasma which lacks cell wall. Bacterial cell walls are made up of peptidoglycan, which is made from polysaccharide chain cross-linked by the unusual peptides containing the D amino acids. Bacterial cell walls are the different from the cell wall of plant and fungi, which are made up of cellulose and chitin. Respectively, the cell wall of bacteria is also distinct from that of archaea, which do not contain peptidoglycans. The cell wall is essential to survival of many bacteria. The antibiotics penicillin is able to kill the bacteria by preventing the cross-linking of peptidoglycan, and this causes the cell wall to weaken and lyse. Lysozyme enzyme can also damage the bacterial cell wall. There are the broadly speaking two different types of cell wall in the bacteria called gram-positive and gram-negative. That is also in the figure. The name originates from the reaction of cells to the gram strain, a test long employed for the classification of bacterial species. Gram-positive bacteria possesses a thick wall containing the many layers of peptidoglycans and teleocyclic acid. In contrast, gram-positive bacteria have a relatively thin cell wall containing the few layers of peptidoglycans surrounded by the second lipid membrane containing the lipopolysaccharide and lipoprotein. These differences in structure can produce the difference in property as antibiotic susceptibility. For example, vancomycin can kill only gram-positive bacteria and it's effective against the gram-negative pathogen. such as these. Next structure is the cell membrane. Cell membrane surround the cell's cytoplasm and regulate the flow of substance in and out of the cell. It will be discussed in detail in one of the coming chapter. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm of a cell is a fluid in nature that fills the cell and is composed mainly of 80% water that also contain enzymes, salts, cell organelles and various organic molecules. The details will be discussed in forthcoming chapter. Ribosomes are the organelles of the cell responsible for protein synthesis. Details of ribosome will be also explained in the next chapter. Nucleoid region. The nucleoid region is possessed by the prokaryotic bacterial cell. It is the area of cytoplasm that contains the bacterial DNA molecule. Next is the plasmid. The term plasmid was first introduced by the American molecular biologist Joshua Lederberg in 1952. A plasmid is a DNA molecule, mostly in the bacteria, that is separate from and can replicate independently of the chromosomal DNA. They are the double-stranded and circular. Plasmid usually occur naturally in the bacteria but are sometimes found in the eukaryotic organism. Their size vary from 1 to over 1000 kbp. The number of identical plasmid in a single cell can range anywhere from 1 to 1000 under some circumstances and is represented by the Cauchy number. Generally, the plasmids can be considered the mobile because they are often associated with conjugation mechanism of horizontal gene transfer. Plasmids can coexist within the bacterium are said to be compatible. Plasmids which cannot coexist are said to be incompatible. They can also harbor genes for the virulence. They help to increase the pathogenicity of bacteria causing the disease such as the plague, dysentery, anthrax and tetanus. They are also responsible for the spread of antibiotic resistance genes that ultimately have an impact on the treatment of the disease. Generally, these plasmids are classified into the fertility plasmids, resistance plasmid, cold plasmids, degradative plasmid, virulence plasmids, and the other type of plasmid is the yeast integrative plasmid, yeast replicating plasmids. Next is the pili. Pili are the hair-like structure on the surface of the cell that help attach to other bacterial cells. Shorter pili called fibri help the bacteria attach to the various surface. A pili is a typically 6 to 7 nanometer in diameter. The type of pili are the conjugative pili and type the fourth pili. Conjugative pili allow the transfer of DNA between the bacteria. In the process of bacterial conjugation, some pili called the type 4th pili generate the motile forces. Generally, morphology of prokaryotic stick cells. The prokaryotic stick cells have the various shapes. The four basic shapes are as follow: cocci, spherical, bacilli, rod-shaped, spiralochete, spiral-shaped, and vibrio, coma-shaped. So, in the figure, coccus, bacilli, spirochete, streptococcus, myli, streptobacillus. Morphology of prokaryotic stick cells. Myloi. The prokaryotics live in the nearly all the environment on the earth. Some archaea and bacteria thrive in the extreme conditions such as the high temperature or the high salinity. Organisms such as these refer to extromobiles. These are all related. The prokaryotic stick cells. In the next period, we see the eukaryotic sticks cells. Yes, goodbye the student.